So we just came back from WOW, which is WinStar, which stands for
World of WinStar.
World of WinStar, which is the world's largest casino, and it is right there in Thackerville, Oklahoma, a 6-hour drive for us, and that was a long drive. We hit like 4 states. I think.
It was. So we started in Louisiana, then we went north up to Arkansas, back into Texas, and then Oklahoma. It's from Texas to Oklahoma. It's like dipping your toe in a pool. Like, it's literally right there.
So yeah, we had quite a few setbacks on our trip, and they were not fun, our setbacks. So the first thing we went to was a hotel called the Quality Inn. I found this hotel on kayak.com. It was 4.5 stars. The reviews were great. The pictures were great. Everything was looking great on the hotel website until we arrived to the, as Micah calls it, the
Murder Hotel. Oh, Murder Motel.
Murder Motel. So this hotel was not fabulous. It was not anything like the pictures. It was dirty, downright disgusting, actually.
Yeah, it was not. When we pulled up, I was like, nah.
Yeah, just pulling up, it was not like the pictures. I guess the pictures were really, really old. The room that they gave us, because we did check in, because they said, hey, let's check in anyway. And the room was not what it showed on the website. From the dirty sheets to the bathroom that didn't match up, to the no refund on our night either. Later on, they did email us and say they're going to give us points to get another stay at one of their other properties, but I don't think we're going to use them.
What website did you use to book that?
I went straight through choice.com, which is the owner of the hotel chain.
To book it?
Yeah, like directly booked. Like,
How'd you find it?
I found it on Kayak. Kayak said the best price was going to be on choice.com, so then I got it on Choice. And that 4.5 stars was a lie. It was not 4.5 stars. There were buckets of sand outside the door with ashes, like cigarette butts and stuff. So apparently it's non-smoking in there, so everybody smokes in the hallway. So they just put tons of buckets of sand.
Breezeway, because they're exterior doors.
The room was dirty. It had like an inch of dust on the window. You remember the window? Like you could write your name on it. Like, it was one of those, kind of dusty. And it was in a bad neighborhood of town that I guess I should have done more research and Googled.
So anyway, I went on Expedia, not sponsored, and found, I think I did it by price, and I found a La Quinta.
La Quinta.
La Quinta.
So anyway, so Micah finds a La Quinta on Expedia.com. He pays for it. They already take the money and all that. And we drive from Quality Inn, Choice Motel, whatever it was, to the La Quinta. And the La Quinta is nice. It is a beautiful mural of Texas and all of the jazz and everything. Speaking of beautiful murals of Texas, before we got there, we stopped in a town called
Paris, Texas.
And Paris had an Eiffel Tower, which was, I put it on a pedestal and set it really high up on there and put the bar, woo, and it was not.
So, I guess fun facts. The Eiffel Tower was 93. It was built in 93.
Built in 1993.
There's two. There was one in Paris, Tennessee, which is 60 foot tall. And then Texas thought it would be cute to make theirs 5 feet taller, with a cowboy hat in typical Texas fashion. But Dusty did not realize that 65 feet was like 3 stories.
Yeah, so it was kind of not, and it's in the middle of nowhere. It's like just desolate part of Texas. There's nothing out there, nothing. But there was a cool little
veteran
memorial that was worth the drive. It was definitely more worth it than the Paris.
It didn't add a lot of time to the trip. So it was fun to go see it, but don't plan a whole trip just
to go see it.
Yeah.
So back to Micah booking his Expedia hotel.
Yes, it was very easy. Like, not sponsored, but went online, found it. I didn't even have to sign in for an account. I think they just asked me basic info I could check out as a guest, and then Apple paid it all from my phone. We were still in the Murder Motel when I paid for it. Just saying.
And then we went to the
Hotel.
the La Quinta, and it has an indoor pool. It has a what with the jacuzzi thingy, and it was a really nice place. Except it was in a different city than the one Micah booked. Boom,
Yeah,
boom,
so
boom.
I booked the hotel room I paid for was an hour away
An hour in the wrong direction.
west.
So when we got there, we booked for our third hotel, and they gave us a little hiccup that all they had left was suites for the 2 nights. So we ended up staying at one of their wonderful suites, which was really nice.
It was really nice, but it wasn't like a suite.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't a suite. It was a extended room,
They had a sofa with a second TV. I mean,
like a living area, but it wasn't
Yeah.
anything fancy.
Because
But it
our-
wasn't bad, and it was very inexpensive.
and very clean. It was very clean. We were so tired of driving. We even Walmart delivered some swim trunks and went try out the pool and the hot
You were
tub.
so tired of driving?
Okay, so Micah drove a lot. I did not. And then we decided, hey, we're hungry. Let's go to WinStar.
We had a lot of time left. I mean, we arrived at the hotel. It was
I know,
before 5.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we decide to do dinner at WinStar, and
It was just an excuse.
so we drove 6 hours to this place because we built it up. It's the world's largest casino. It's got 10,500 slot machines. It's got 100 tables, 55 betting parlors, and 400,000 square feet. And the exterior of this place is
Beautiful.
oh my God, gorgeous. It is. The interstate runs along it. I mean, just look at this video. I mean, look at that. All these different cool little beautiful things. The wall, the facade. I mean, it is amazing. So then we pull into WinStar. We see the big globe of the world because, I mean,
World of WinStar.
yeah, and it is the world's biggest casino. Well, we get inside WinStar, and the main entrance is Rome. So if you've never been to WinStar, each section of the casino is a different city. And Micah, tell us what cities they had.
They have Rio, New York, this is not in order, Cairo, Vienna, sausage, Paris, Beijing, Rome,
Madrid.
Madrid, and London.
Yes. So
As
as
a lefty.
oh, I'm so sorry. My handwriting is horrible. So anyway, so you pull into Rome, and then towards the left you have Madrid and London, and then the hotels. There is a 3-tower hotel. However, you can't book it if you've never been there. So that is like, I don't understand that. Like,
It is just really off-putting because when we were there, it wasn't busy. We did go on a Thursday.
yeah,
It was a
weekday.
Thursday, so it was a weekday. Takeaways, a lot of parking, and the main entry is Rome, but there are additional entryways.
You can book if you decide to do an exclusive package, like their spa package or their concert package and stuff like that. But they inflate the prices to like $600 to $1,000, depending on which package you get. And I just can't see paying $600 a night for.
How does it work?
hotel.
After you have a player's card?
After you get a player's card, supposedly they start offering you rooms.
I think
over
we did.
there.
I did. Did you get one?
I
think
got a
did.
player's card too, and it says, wow.
No, the rooms. I think I got a.
I
think
did get a
got-
room. I got 2-night room offer after our one-time play, and I got 300 of free play after going one time.
I got 100 of free.
100
play.
of free play.
But I did get 2-night stay and 2 buffets.
Now they're really cool with this app. So once you get a player's card there, which there's no people, you put in your ID into a machine, you set it all up yourself, and it prints you out a player's card. And there's an app you can link to it. The app shows you exactly how much coin in you put in, how much coin in you put out. Your offers, and also a personal banker wallet where you can transfer money to them and then receive it at the ATM, which is a pretty cool little gadget they have.
Yeah, you can do. It's really nice. You can pay for your food through it. So if you set like a very strict budget, you can just upload the money straight into the WinStar app. It'd help if you're staying there. And then you can pay for food through your WinStar card. I think you can actually withdraw
Money to play.
from the card in the machine. It is very very nice, very high tech.
Their app also has a map. You type in what slot machine you can find, and you can go and find these slot machines.
If it works.
If it works. It did not work for us. Now, there are a drawback. Their players' points and players' card is not like a normal casino. Your comps are just your comps. So like if you use it for food, well, guess what? That is no longer free play for you. There's no free play and food play or food credit. So it's all in one built in. So it kind of like...
And we are spoiled by the casino we normally go to.
I know. The casino we normally see, they have 2 separate tiers. So one goes straight to your food comps or gas or whatever you want at the store or the gift shop. And then one goes straight to free play. And I love that one because I'm just...
Have a gas station.
It's the best.
You can use your comps
really
at the gas station.
So anyway, so then we get into this 400,000 square feet, 10,500 games, depending on which Google site you look at. It all offers different. Has 100 table games. They have 17 restaurants. Now, we didn't go to all of the restaurants. We stuck with the ones that looked familiar and looked more of our budget, okay? Because like there's a buffet, and we were told rumors that the buffet wasn't the greatest and it was kind of expensive. But Micah got a free offer for the buffet, so next time we go, maybe we'll try it out.
And we are going to go back, no matter what we say.
We're going to go back because it is the biggest casino. Now there's a Dallas Cowboy bar. There are like familiar favorites like IHOP.
We did go to that too.
Panda Express. There was a taco thing that seemed like it might have been a chain restaurant. I don't know. I'm not... Really...
Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't look at the menu. I looked at the photos. And the tacos...
Yeah, we did walk in there and we didn't find anything. Like, they didn't have a quesadilla. I'm sorry.
Is that why you wanted to
That's
turn?
why
I turned around because I looked at the picture of the tacos and I was like, these tacos look soulless.
They didn't look that great. And you're so close to Texas, you think you'd have great tacos. Mm-hmm. But it was like a taco chain and it was just literally tacos. There was no quesadilla.
This is based off photos.
Yeah, but I read the menu. I could weed. So anyway, they have a 3-tower hotel, but like I said, we didn't stay there. It has 1,400 rooms and a golf course. And we weren't allowed to stay there unless we paid a lot of money.
I'm interested in that.
They have a 5-acre pool. Now, when we droned it, it looks like they have 2 pools. So Cascades could be like a separate pool. And then I think the hotel has a pool itself. So
did it specifically say 5 total acres or a 5-acre pool? Because wordplay.
I have no idea. They got a pool and it's big, okay? So it looks fantastic from drone footage, but unfortunately we couldn't stay there. We're not, those high rolling people to go stay there.
We didn't have a player's card.
Yeah, well, now you got to get a player's card, but we never went, so like we didn't have any offers to stay there, and I'm not paying $500+ to stay there and get a spa. Now, while we were playing and gambling, they had a lot of spa video footage, and it looked amazing. There really did.
Other advertisements too. It was really odd.
Okay, so where you put in your player's card and it says, "Welcome, Dustin," it actually had like Benzoyl. Take 5 minutes to change your oil. Yes. Like, who decided let's sell them ad space on these slot machines? Because no one's reading. I want to see my points. I didn't care. It
was really odd.
Oh. There was the first $100 though. So there is some kind of like weird gimmicky thing where they give you $100 in free play on your first time ever logging in. Like, so as new players, you get like $10 for your first 10 points. And then later on you get $20 for your next 100 point. There was some kind of weird thing.
We got free money.
We got free play, up to $100 of free play in our first day. And we hit it. I don't know how much you had to spend, but it must have been a lot.
With the app, I know how much we spent.
I know exactly how much I spent.
I thought we were going to get more, though.
I really am disappointed in it. I felt like the amount of play we did. I'll be straight out and honest. I brought $1,500 the first day, and per the app, I spent over $6,000.
I had $500, and it was $2,600, and this was all in a couple hours of the first day.
Yeah, we only spent like 4 hours of just gaming.
Yeah, which is odd because it's
And
So
we received that much free play.
we only received that initial amount. Which, look, I understand. You can't just give free money away. I get it. But it's like, it's our first free play card.
I don't want to sound entitled, but I felt like should have got a little bit more.
I think it felt like we should have got a host.
Yeah, we could have got a host, at $6,000.
But it brings up a lot of things. Like, after looking at it, so it's every $10, it's about 1 point for the player's card. And so obviously I only got 260 points, 263, and then you got like 600.
Yeah, 600 points. And so we did the math on it. To get the next card level, you have to have like $50,000 to spend. Like, what? That is nuts. I guess if you live there and you play there a lot.
That's a high jump to go from the first tier to the second.
Yeah, and it doesn't even say what it offers on the second tier level.
So on the app, I did play with it a little bit.
Oh.
It does give you some details, but to be honest with you, it's not. It's like discounts on hotels and stuff like that. But like, if I'm going to give you $50,000, I can just pay the hotel normal price.
So let's go over how the outside didn't meet the inside. So the outside is beautiful. It is gorgeous. It is all themed and everything, and each one is a different city.
It looks big too.
It looks huge. So it is a mile to a mile and a half, depending on which website you look at, and it is in the shape of a large L.
Kind of like a V.
Yeah, maybe a V. Okay.
But that's important because when you're driving past it, all you see is that one side.
So it looks huge and massive, but it really is. It's kind of narrow, and you can see both sides when you're walking it. And it didn't take us that long to walk it because the second day we decided to do some footage, and we walked the whole thing, and it took us maybe 20 minutes.
It didn't take long. We walked it twice. It gave me vibes of Miami Airport. It's just long. It's not.
Long.
It's not tiny per se, but the square footage is just because it's long.
And then there are 3 non-smoking sections in there. I don't remember exactly what city, but each section is divided by a different city. So like the first section, you have your hotels and all that junk. It is London. And London had like a little theme. They had a few little London items. I don't even remember what the London items were. They weren't too maybe it was the fountains. I don't know.
I think that was Rome or Madrid.
Well, Madrid had the gold. It was like gold lions and stuff like that. And then Madrid had an IHOP. We ate at IHOP. I enjoy IHOP. Then Rome is like the center point. That's your main entrance. And Rome has a non-smoking section in the back, and then the regular section. And there was that pig restaurant over there.
Oh yeah. It made me laugh. What was it?
I don't know, some fat pig maybe or something like that.
It was hilarious. It made me laugh. I did want to eat there just because of the name.
There were 2 restaurants in Rome, actually, on each side.
I don't remember the other one.
Me either.
That's the thing. It wasn't like
nothing was like stuck out to you.
Yeah.
It was kind of like just a lot. It was just too much, and it was just a lot.
There was a lot of things with the theming that I didn't really get. So like, I think this is funny. New York was non-smoking, which I thought was hilarious, but it's New York.
Yeah, and New York had like a New York style restaurant. We ate there. It was
New York style. They served hot dogs.
So all the restaurants, we didn't eat at the nice ones, but all the restaurants you order, and then it's kind of like a McDonald's. You order, you go sit, they bring you your food. They were very prompt service, very fast.
And it wasn't bad. Nothing was bad. And that's the thing. Like the IHOP was an IHOP Express. So you walk up, they have their menu. It's not, you order, you sit down, they bring it to you. So everything was good. It's just...
Everything was good, but nothing over the top.
Well, nothing... When you have a facade on the exterior like that, I imagine Vegas.
Right. It was nowhere close to Vegas. Like Vegas, you walk into Caesar's Palace, everything's grand, huge, and amazing.
It all matches.
It matches. The interior did not match the exterior. Definitely not.
And then the theming. Like
the themes.
Restaurants.
The restaurants
didn't match the themes.
No, they had
all the time.
They had a Paris restaurant. I think it was in Paris, and I think that was what they used as the theme.
But then the sports bar, wasn't it in Rio or something?
The sports bar was in Beijing, maybe.
Yeah.
So a sports bar in Beijing, and like Beijing had most of the tables, so like the only decorations they had in there were like those flying dragons, maybe.
I think maybe some lanterns. I can't remember.
Vienna is the sports bar, big sports bar in Vienna. And like there wasn't, I don't even know what Vienna would be, but there was one really cool decoration, but I felt like they used it a lot. It was water fountains. So you have all the slot machines around, a water fountain, huge water fountain. It's really pretty, really cool. But we've seen it a couple times there.
Yeah, it was also in Rome.
Yeah, it was in Rome.
I will say Cairo was pretty.
Yeah, Cairo was pretty. It had a lot of Egyptian themes. But that was another thing. These themes did not follow any other theme besides, hey, the building's got a theme, so we're going to make it. Like, none of the slot machines had any organization.
Yeah, like you have all the Egyptian themed slot machines. You would assume they would all be in Cairo.
Yeah.
They weren't.
Even like your lightning links and all this. So you would walk 2 cities down, and guess what? It was the same slot machines over and over. They have a ton of bingo machines, and bingo machines are.
So I love that Dusty is on this boo bingo machine bandwagon. So when I got there, I have a distaste for bingo machines. I would sit, put my card in, put my ticket in, and then I'd see the little bingo card. I'd hit cash out, pull my card out. I
don't know what it is, but
machines.
These bingo machines, red screens, and all this jazz, I felt like the return to player is awful on them. I don't know if it's just me or...
They just feel really volatile in a bad way.
Yeah, they did not seem like to play like a regular slot machine, because you can hop on the dancing drums. Might come on like $800 on a dancing drum.
Regular machine.
But when you get to the bingo, you put $300-$400 in there, and it's like, what happened? Like, what?
You'll see.
What? It was horrible.
You'll see next
the bingo
week.
machines. But so after that, you know, the casino is nice. It is huge. It's the biggest casino in the world, but it's nothing grand. And I guess I set my expectations so high for it that I thought it was going to be like Vegas, and I can't compare it to Vegas.
And
it's not
like to explain, like Vegas is when you go in, everything is so detailed and over the top, and some casinos are just amazing at certain things. And I'm not saying WinStar is bad. It's just good at a lot of things.
Yeah, it's good at too much. I mean, the 17 restaurants, the buffets, it had a French restaurant, it had gift shops, it has so much that it's... Now, one thing I did not like about WinStar, they have a lot of different people that go there that like are trying to make a profit. Silver miners, okay?
Oh, that lady.
There was more than that lady. So there's these people who just walk around you and are waiting for you to get up from the machine. They put their ticket in there, and then they cash out and take your change. And they are doing it all over the casino. No one is stopping them. They are everywhere. So if you go, make sure you take out your ticket, because they ain't taking my 10 cents.
I think I kept a WinStar. It's something I do when we go to a casino. I try to, because you know I'm going to lose. I always lose. I take my 10 cents or my 2 cents, and then I bring them home. So I have the little ticket.
So, I mean, WinStar, we're going to definitely go back, because there was so much. There's a lot of every games. There's a lot of new games. But as far as the old games, I found they didn't have a lot of those old ones.
Yes, like I know our normal casino, we have the wall.
Yes, I call it the wall. And the wall has all of those the original
old Buffaloes,
games.
the old...
what is it? I can't even think of the name of the machine, but they just have all those old games. I really enjoy them. I like them. They're fun to play. WinStar has all the newest games, which, hey, props to them. They have a lot of new games. But they're hard to find, some of these games, and a lot of the games are repeat offenders over and over. Maybe there was a section we missed of old games. I don't know. I didn't see it, though.
It was a younger crowd, too. I'm not complaining. We're not old.
Right, but the crowd was like maybe 21, 22.
It was really odd. It felt like... this sounds so bad. A casino mall.
Yes, it was the casino mall. The mall of casinos. It had everything, a little bit of everything. So WinStar was a good casino. I wouldn't say it's the best casino. I prefer to go to Vegas next time.
We are gonna go back. I do want to stay in their resort and see if that changes how it feels. Cause now, like, you're there, your resort is there. You're
Yeah, maybe the
walking in.
hotel section is grand and has more stuff that we didn't get to see because we weren't staying there.
But they push it a lot. They push the casino and they push the hotels and the resort. They push the spa, and I'm wondering if the point of WinStar is that.
Yeah, and we didn't get to
Less
experience
casino.
that. Now, we did cut our trip short because we had some ATM issues going through so many states. It declined my debit card. They mailed me a new one, and so they cut
canceled
me
it.
off. Yay! So anyway, so we cut our trip short. However, we did get a new feather baby.
Yes.
So this was our third day of gaming's budget, and we decided instead of gaming, we were gonna get.
I emu.
So we got 3 wonderful little emus. Hey, Reptar. And this one's name's Reptar, and she is adorable. And yes, she is a she.
I'm gonna put her back though, because they get stressed.
Yeah, they get really stressed. So go save Reptar. There we go.
I'm still name pending on the other two. If you have some good names, tell me, please.
Yes, please put in the
Dinosaur
comments
theme.
dinosaur theme names for our other 2 fur babies.
You can be honest
feather
with
babies.
them. We recorded a video prior to this, and it pooped on me, so we can cut in that footage.
Right, poor Reptar. So anyway, thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed this review of WinStar, and maybe you'll choose to go there. So thank y'all for watching.